Welcome to another episode of the Cobra Daytona Build. Looking forward to having you along. This episode, I'm actually going to finish fabbing up this plate back here. As I said, I'm still waiting on parts. The back orders are killing me, so I'm just kind of bouncing around. But I want to get this thing covered up. I like to get this hatch cut out here. So follow along. We're going to get this piece installed. Then we're going to cut out where the hatch door is going to go. I'm going to have to order a hinge. I haven't got yet, but at least we'll get this thing started. It's another thing I can work on is I'm still waiting for all the rear suspensions, part of the front suspension. There's a lot of stuff, so it's kind of killing me. But thanks, and looking forward to having you along. This thing's got to slide in, and I got to be very careful because I do not want to scratch the roll cage. As you can see, it's going to start scratching, so I got to bend this thing up. Oh shit, this thing may not even go in. Oh, that is tight. So got it in, no scratches to the roll bar. So now I'm going to locate these pins, and then what I'm going to do, I'm not going to have these things open. As I said, these are both, especially this one. What's the point of that? So we're going to make a plate for that. Well, actually, that won't need a plate because we're going to have this thing all cut out. My bad. And this one we'll make a cover plate for. Whether or not I want to get to it down the road, I don't know, because the tank, I've got it set up to where I can drop the tank far enough with these braided lines to then pull that out. As I said, I'm just trying to get this thing spaced now where I can cut out my door, and we'll go from there. So we're going to put some clecos in here and move along. At least now I know I got this thing located. I'm not going to drill any holes. We're going to now get underneath with a Sharpie, and I'm going to mark where these crossbars go to, and then we'll cut this thing out. So yeah, that thing was tough to get in and out of there. I think we're okay there. This one here all the way up. And then this one, we'll keep running all the way over this way. There we go. Okay. Do I want that to hang just a little bit back over the edge? Do I flip? See, this is where I'm just not sure. We'll cut to the inner all the way around, mock it back up, and then we can take another cut out further. I think that is my safest bet by far. So yeah, and then we'll clearance all the edges. So got the rough cut out, as you can see. So let's put this thing in here now. Ooh, it actually makes it a lot easier to get in. Voila. Roughly done in now. So these things line up with these back edges. So now I can cut 1/2 inch back. So that way the hatch has got something solid to sit on. And then you'll have a nice tight gap all the way around. So that's what I'm thinking I'm gonna do, but this will be nice. You know, it'll have storage back into here, you know. I don't know if a helmet will fit in there or not. It'd be great if it did, but the helmet would be too tall anyhow, so the hatch wouldn't close. But yeah, so there's my kind of idea of what I'm doing. So as I said, you'll have, you know, room here to put a jack back in here. You know, whatever, you know, jacket, warm clothes, whatever you needed, you can stuff into there. That'll shut, and then you can have storage up into here where you put, you know, a night bag or whatever. So now I got to figure out how I want to do this front edge. Okay, so I'm continuing on with the rear hatch. I'm trying to get the back of the car done up, and I've got, this hatch has been on my to-do list now for a month. So I'm going to finish this up and show you how we're doing this, so follow along. The hatch opening, which I think I've shown you before, it's here. So I'm going to clean this up with the file a little bit, and then we're going to mark. taking some of the edges off, cleaning it up a little bit. To fit that perfectly. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna flip this over and we're gonna do it this way. We're just going to transfer this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut down probably just to get rid of the black. So this is going to be down. Okay. And I need to clean up these two little edges right here with the smaller file, which I think I have somewhere. It's now cut out. As I said, I cut it out with a high speed. Pretty even all the way around, so the gap looks pretty darn good. So what I'm gonna do now is I'll clean this up with a file, and then I'm gonna put the hinge in. The hinge, if I can get my finger underneath it here. Hinge is gonna bolt in like that. So hopefully you can see that. And then this lid will then hinge up and down. I think it's going to be ideal. And then I can put some sort of latch here, not sure. And eventually this will all get covered with carpet, so it's really not a big deal. I thought about flipping the hinge upside down, but then I don't pick up. As I said, I want to be able to pick up the frame in here so I don't have to have two holes. So I think now right there should just about get me to where I need to be. It's going to be close. So that's pretty much it. I'll show you a little more as we get the hinges put in, but that is my box. So we'll clean up these edges a little bit of the file, and then we'll finish this thing up. Okay, so this is the way this thing is going to bolt down. So I'm now going to center punch into here. So what I'm going to do is I'm gonna basically tap this and thread it. So we'll punch a hole there, then I'm gonna thread that, then we can start a screw. Then we'll get this thing lined up straight, bolted down, and then we'll attach it to the door. And then this thing will just pop up and down. Instead, there's really no way to grab onto this. That's gonna be, so I may have to put a little latch there. I don't know, I'll worry about that down the road. But at least this thing will all be done, and I think that's gonna look pretty darn sweet. So I got this tap for a 1032, which is my go-to screw. Oh, that is going to be nice. So then I'm going to have to get this thing squared up, and then we'll do it to one to the other side, and then we can fill in all the others. Okay. Tap just I said I'm doing most of my tapping now this way, much easier. There we go. So that's it. So now we just have to do this for all the other screws, which is a lot, but you know what? If you're gonna do it, that's the way to do it right. So I'm gonna get this thing centered, try to get the gaps even, and then I'm gonna punch this, and we'll drill a couple holes there, and I'm actually gonna use nuts on the back side of this to hold it in place. So I won't show you anymore until it's done, but you get the idea, and I'll keep plugging along. Well, thanks for watching another episode of the Cobra Daytona Build. In this episode, we finished the hatch finally. Yeah, there's been a few episodes on it, a lot of fabrication, especially with that carbon fiber honeycomb stuff, but let me show you what we've done. So, yeah, the sun hopefully doesn't bleach it out too bad, but we've got the hinges all assembled here. These are all tap 1032. These have bolts. You can see, this thing pops right on up now. As you can see, I cut the bolt heads off. Hopefully you can see all that. So it's nice and flush up underneath. Nice clean look. Nothing to snag. So there we go. So thanks again for watching, and hope you enjoyed that episode. And as I said, it's all I could do with what I had here with that big X back there. But at least now I got storage. I can put some stuff back in there, some tools, jacket, whatever you need to. Got a place to put it. So thanks again for watching. If you like this video, please hit subscribe.